There's a subtle hum beneath the surface of everyday life, a thread of connection that doesn't always make sense. It's that feeling when a song perfectly captures your mood, or when a thought you've been wrestling with suddenly appears in a book you just picked up. You might dismiss these as coincidences, mere happy accidents, but what if they're not accidents at all? What if they're whispers, nudges from a deeper intelligence? This moment, right here, right now, isn't a random collision of atoms. It's a convergence. It's the universe acknowledging that something within you has shifted, that you're finally open to understanding truths you might have sensed but never articulated. It's as if an unseen hand has guided you to this very script, this exploration of how reality truly operates. You're not here by chance. You're here because you're ready to see the intricate dance between your inner world and the outer circumstances that unfold before you. We'll soon dive into how this intricate dance is governed by a fundamental principle, a truth that Thoth himself revealed. This law, simple yet profound, explains why your experiences are not random events, but rather precise reflections of your internal state. But before we uncover that, let me remind you that your journey into deeper understanding is best supported by staying connected. And real quick, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos just like this. Now let's keep going. Think of your life as a vast, silent lake. You cast a stone into its waters and ripples spread outwards, disturbing the stillness. What do you see on the surface of that lake? You see the lines and patterns created by your stone, don't you? The lake itself isn't creating those ripples. It's only showing you what you put into it. Reality functions the same way. It doesn't have a mind of its own, deciding to bless or curse you based on some external whim. It doesn't respond to your pleas or your demands in the way a person might. Instead, it acts as a perfect, unwavering mirror, reflecting back to you the exact vibrational quality of your own inner landscape. It's not judging, it's simply showing. This can be a difficult concept to grasp because we're conditioned to believe we're at the mercy of external forces. We point fingers, blame circumstances, and lament our bad luck. But what if the true source of our experience lies not in the world outside, but in the world within? What if your life is a literal projection of your deepest, most consistent internal states? Understanding this mirror effect is the first step to true empowerment, but grasping the full depth of what that reflection truly signifies requires us to explore the foundational principle that makes it all possible. We'll delve into that in the next section. The idea that your outer world mirrors your inner state is as ancient as consciousness itself. It's a truth whispered in sacred texts, debated in philosophical halls, and hinted at in the quietest corners of our own intuition. This isn't just a pretty metaphor, it's a fundamental law of existence. As within, so without, the wise have said time and again. This principle suggests that the conditions, relationships, and opportunities you experience are not random occurrences. They are direct manifestations of your prevailing thoughts, beliefs, and emotional vibrations. If you feel a constant lack, you will experience lack in your external reality. If you harbor resentment, you will encounter situations that reflect that bitterness. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by this, to think, but I don't want my problems to be a reflection of me, and that's where the confusion often lies. We tend to separate ourselves from the creator of our experiences as if we stand apart from the energy that shapes our lives. But the law holds no judgment, it simply operates. This profound connection between your internal being and your external reality is so fundamental that it was meticulously encoded by one of history's most enigmatic figures, a testament to its power. In the next section, we will uncover how this ancient wisdom was passed down. Among the most revered and mysterious texts from antiquity is the Emerald Tablet, a cryptic work attributed to Thoth, the ancient Egyptian god of wisdom and writing. It's said to contain the secrets of the universe, condensed into a few powerful, enigmatic phrases. And at its core, it whispers the same truth we've been exploring. the law of correspondence. Thoth, or Hermes Trismegistus, as he was known in Greek traditions, understood that all things are interconnected, phases of a single, divine unity. His teachings weren't about arbitrary magic, but about understanding the underlying mechanisms of creation. The Emerald Tablet isn't just a historical artifact, it's a blueprint for understanding how consciousness shapes reality. Imagine Thoth himself, carefully inscribing these words, knowing that their profound implications would echo through millennia. He wasn't just sharing knowledge, he was revealing a fundamental operating system for the universe. He understood that the macrocosm, the universe, and the microcosm, humanity, are perfect reflections of each other. This ancient encoding isn't just for mystics. It holds the key to understanding the very fabric of your daily life. But how do we apply this to the challenges we face, the things we perceive as problems? The next section will illuminate this crucial aspect. When something goes wrong, our first instinct is to recoil, to see it as a personal attack or a cruel twist of fate. We label it a failure, a mistake, or simply bad luck. We get caught in the emotional whirlwind, focusing on the unpleasantness of the event and wishing it would simply disappear. But what if your problems aren't failures at all? What if they are something far more valuable, something designed to guide you, not to punish you? Think of them as feedback. Every unmet desire, every frustrating interaction, every setback is a signal, a message from your own being. It's like a dashboard warning light in your car. That light isn't there to make you feel inadequate or to tell you you're a bad driver. It's there to alert you to something that needs your attention, something that, if addressed, will help the car run smoothly. Your problems are the universe's way of flashing a light on areas of your inner world that need adjustment. This perspective shift can be incredibly liberating. It moves you from a victim mentality to a position of agency, even in the face of difficulty. But recognizing this feedback is one thing. Understanding how to truly use it requires a deeper look at the tool presenting the feedback. We'll explore this in the next section. The mirror has no personal agenda. It doesn't get angry when you frown at it, nor does it beam with pride when you smile. It simply reflects the image presented to it with absolute fidelity. It has no biases, no preferences, and no emotions. It just is. This impartial nature of the mirror is precisely where its power lies, and it's a power that mirrors the way reality operates in relation to your inner state. Your external circumstances are like that mirror. They don't judge you or try to teach you a lesson in a human sense. They are simply showing you, with unfailing accuracy, what is being projected from within. When you understand this, the sting of negative experiences can begin to lessen. You can start to see them not as personal attacks, but as objective data. This might sound cold at first, but it's actually incredibly empowering. It frees you from the emotional entanglement of believing that external events are inherently good or bad directed at you. The mirror's indifference is exactly what allows for the possibility of change. Because it doesn't hold on to anything, it's always ready to reflect whatever new image you present. But how do you begin to consciously present a new image, especially when the old one feels so ingrained? This brings us to the fundamental energy behind reflection. Everything in the universe, from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy, is in a constant state of vibration. It's not just a concept from physics, it's a spiritual truth. And this vibration is what we call frequency. Everything has a unique frequency, and this frequency determines its nature and how it interacts with everything else. When we talk about vibrational authorship, we are referring to the idea that your own personal frequency is the engine that drives your experiences. You are not just a physical being, you are a being of energy, constantly emitting a specific vibration into the universe. And that vibration is what attracts or repels similar frequencies. Think of it like tuning a radio. If you tune your radio to a specific station, you receive that station's broadcast. You can't simultaneously receive another station on the same dial. Similarly, Your internal frequency acts as the dial for your life. It determines what experiences the universe broadcasts back to you. This is not about consciously trying to will things into existence through sheer force of personality. It's about understanding that the underlying energy you're radiating is the primary determinant of what you will attract. But what happens when that frequency is misaligned, and how does that impact our manifestations? Many people try to manifest their desires, a new job, better relationships, financial abundance, but their efforts often fall flat. They follow the techniques, say the affirmations, visualize with all their might, and yet the desired outcome remains just out of reach. It can feel like spinning your wheels, exhausting yourself with no results. The reason for this widespread failure isn't a lack of trying, but a misunderstanding of the underlying mechanism. Most manifestation techniques focus on the conscious desire, the surface-level wanting. However, what you truly manifest is not what you consciously say you want, but what your dominant, subconscious vibration is broadcasting. If you're consciously trying to attract wealth, but deep down you harbor beliefs of scarcity, fear, and unworthiness, those subconscious frequencies will overpower your conscious intentions. The mirror will reflect the scarcity, not the abundance you're hoping for. It's like trying to play a cheerful tune while your inner emotional instrument is stuck on a somber note. This disconnect between conscious desire and subconscious vibration is the primary culprit behind unsuccessful manifestation. The good news is that by understanding this, you can begin to realign your inner state. But to do that, we need to clarify what truly drives those subconscious vibrations. This leads us to the creative force itself. We often think of thought as a fleeting feeling, a passing idea that flits through our minds. We might say, "I thought about buying ice cream," or "I had a thought about the weather." This casual understanding of thought diminishes its true power, especially when it comes to creating our reality. Thought is not just an ephemeral notion. It is the fundamental building block of form. Every physical object, every experience, every aspect of your perceived reality began as a thought, a vibration at a specific frequency. This is the mind aspect of the Hermetic principle, as above, so below. Your consciousness is the architect. When you have a persistent thought pattern, especially one reinforced by emotion and belief, you are not just having an abstract idea. You are constructing a structure, building a blueprint in the energetic realm. This structure then begins to draw to itself the necessary elements to become manifest in the physical world. It's the initial spark that ignites the fire of creation. The crucial distinction here is between the ephemeral nature of a passing whim and the persistent, structured nature of a deeply held thought. It's in that persistent, structured thought that the true power of creation lies, a substance that is often misunderstood in its essence. So many of us are conditioned to approach life from a place of asking. We ask for what we want, we ask for help, we ask for signs. We spend our days in a state of petition, hoping that the universe will grant our requests. This is the mode of the seeker, the one who feels something is missing and needs to be given. But there's a more powerful way to interact with reality, a way that bypasses the need for asking altogether. It's called emitting. Instead of asking for abundance, you learn to emit the frequency of abundance. Instead of asking for love, you learn to emit the frequency of love. You become the source, not the supplicant. This shift from asking to emitting is fundamental to truly authoring your reality. It means embodying the state of already having what you desire. If you want to feel peaceful, you don't ask for peace, you emit peace. You embody it, you live it, you become it. The universe then reflects back the state you are already embodying. It's the difference between begging at a locked door and holding the key. Emitting is holding the key. It's about shifting your focus from what you lack to what you are expressing, from the problem to the solution you already embody. But what is it that we are actually emitting, and how does its nature reveal our true inner state? In the grand tapestry of existence, everything is comprised of duality, light and shadow, expansion and contraction, attraction and repulsion. These are not opposing forces fighting one another, but rather complementary aspects of a single, unified field of energy. This dance of opposites is what we call polarity. Your inner world is no different. Within you, there are beliefs, emotions, and desires that are in a state of polarity. You might have a part of you that desperately wants success, while another part harbors fear of failure. You might desire connection, but simultaneously feel a resistance to intimacy. These internal polarities create energetic tension. The intensity of that tension, the way your internal forces are balanced or unbalanced, directly dictates the polarity of your external experience. If your dominant internal polarity is fear, you will attract situations that reflect that fear. If your dominant polarity is trust, you will find yourself in circumstances that foster security. Recognizing these internal poles is the first step to understanding why certain patterns repeat. It's like looking at a compass and seeing that the needle is stuck, always pointing in a direction that doesn't serve you. It reveals what's truly active, what's truly holding sway within your energetic compass. But how does this internal polarity manifest in a way that shapes our ongoing experiences? Every experience you've ever had, every memory you hold, every habit you've formed, is recorded in the energetic vibrations that make up your being. This isn't just a metaphorical record. It's a literal energetic imprint that influences your present and future. This energetic imprint is governed by rhythm. Rhythm is the pattern, the pulse, the recurring beat of your energetic output. It's the tempo at which your internal states manifest externally. If your life is characterized by the rhythm of anxiety, you will keep playing out scenarios that foster that anxiety. If your dominant rhythm is one of peace, you will attract circumstances that align with that peace. Think of it like a vinyl record. The grooves on the record are etched with a specific pattern. When the needle is placed on the record, it follows that pattern precisely, producing a certain sound. Your dominant thoughts and emotions etch a pattern onto your energetic field, and that pattern is what the universe plays back to you. When you notice recurring patterns in your life, good or bad, you are witnessing the playback of your energetic rhythm. The universe is simply playing the record that you have inscribed. But what is it that is actually doing the inscribing, the source of these repeating patterns? When someone asks, "Who am I?" they often expect an answer related to their name, their job, their history, or their personality traits. They might describe themselves as a doctor, a mother, an artist, or perhaps someone who is shy, outgoing, or intelligent. These are all labels, descriptions, but they are not your true identity. Your true identity, in the energetic sense, isn't who you think you are based on your past experiences or societal definitions. It's what you emit. It's the consistent vibrational signature that you are broadcasting into the universe at all times, consciously or unconsciously. This emission is the fundamental essence of your being, the energy that shapes your reality. If you are constantly emitting frustration, your identity in that moment is frustration. If you are consistently emitting joy, your identity is joy. It is this energetic identity that the mirror of reality reflects back to you. It's not about being a specific person, it's about being a specific frequency. This understanding is revolutionary because it frees you from the limitations of self-definition. You are not fixed by your past or your labels. Your identity is not a static thing, but a dynamic quality of your energetic output. And this energetic output is always at play, shaping your world, even when you're not consciously aware of it. You might be hearing all of this and thinking, "This sounds familiar, but I'm not sure I'm doing it." The truth is, the mirror principle, the idea that your inner state creates your outer reality, has always been active in your life. You haven't been oblivious to it, even when you didn't understand the mechanics. Every moment you've experienced, from the most mundane to the most profound, has been a direct reflection of your prevailing internal state. The job you have, the friends you keep, the challenges you face, the joys you experience, All of it is a consequence of the energy you have been emitting. You have been the creator of your circumstances, even if you were an unwitting one. This realization can be both humbling and empowering. It means you're not a victim of random fate. It means you've always had the latent power to shape your experience. But like a muscle that has been inactive, that power needs conscious direction to be truly effective and intentional. So, how do we shift from unconscious creation to conscious authorship? The journey we've embarked on leads us to a singular, powerful point: conscious creation. For too long, you've been like a ship adrift, swayed by the currents of circumstance, only dimly aware of the helm. But now you have the knowledge to grasp that helm with intent. The sacred shift is not about achieving something new, but about realizing what has always been within your grasp. This shift involves a deliberate and sustained process of tuning your internal frequency. It means becoming so aware of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that you can identify the vibrations you are emitting. It's about taking responsibility for your inner world, because that is where the true power to shape your outer world resides. Imagine your inner self as a divine radio transmitter. The signals you send out determine the reality you receive. The goal is not to beg for a better signal, but to recalibrate the transmitter itself, to align its frequency with the experiences you truly desire. This requires discipline, awareness, and a gentle, persistent effort to embody the state of your desired reality. This isn't a one-time fix, it's a continuous practice, but the rewards are profound. By consciously tuning your internal frequency, you begin to rewrite the energetic script of your life, and the universe, that faithful mirror, begins to reflect a brand new masterpiece. This conscious creation is the ultimate expression of your being. Make sure to subscribe for more videos just like this and hit that notification bell so you never miss the next teaching. See you in the next one.